What do you attach your sense of self to as an entrepreneur? Now, this question came to me as I'm sitting here in the office with the guru wall and everything. You guys know the importance of the guru wall. So now I am certified entrepreneur that can teach you some things. I'm just joking. Basically, a couple of months ago, I went from zero to $20,000 per month in 6 weeks. And this came as a result of asking that one question. And then I've had ups and downs in business for the past 4 years. And what I realized is it always came down to this one question. Now, as I'm scaling towards $50,000 per month, with now my lady being a partner in the business, so we also have a relationship going on at the same time. So I'm a leader in the business, I'm a leader in the relationship, building a family, and I'm just so much pressure on me all at once. And then I see how sometimes I perform very well, sometimes I prefer not very well. And I know a lot of you guys are in the same shoes, or a lot of you guys want to reach that level as well, or are aiming even higher. So that one question, what do you attach your sense of self to? Is it money? Is it women? Is it client results even? Or retention, or LTV, or all these statistics, logistics, numbers in the business? Do you attach your sense of self to your capacity to figure things out all the time, to solve the problems, to be a problem solver? If it's any of these things and not what I'm about to share with you, then my friend, let me tell you, I hate to be the one telling you this, but at the same time, I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. You are being needy. You are being needy. And you and I both know that neediness is the enemy of influence. Whether it's in dating, relationships, or business, or sales, any area of life that matters, neediness is the enemy of influence. Let me give you an example. How about when you were growing up and your parents were telling you, do this, do that, and that's not what you wanted to do, but then they were saying, oh, but we're doing it for you. We're doing it for you. Really? Are you sure? Are you sure? If you're really doing it for me, and I'm telling you that this is not making me happy, it's making me miserable, I want to do this instead. And I had the best parents in the world. This is just any parent. Any parent falls into that trap. It's like, I'm doing it for you. Are you really doing it for me, or are you really doing it because that's what you attach your sense of self to? That's what you attach your sense of self to. My kid needs to be successful in school, or my kid needs to be successful in this corporate job or whatever. This is what you associate your sense of self to. So now all of a sudden, what you're trying to help others with, you're actually doing it for your own reasons, and people can sense that. When your parents were telling you things like this, or did you tend to lean towards what they were telling you, or did you tend to feel like you wanted to run away? They were pushing you away. But what happens in dating with women? We're just like, please date me. Can you imagine having that frame? Please date me. I am lonely. I need your attention, and I need sex. Can you imagine? It's so clear to see when it comes to dating, but how about sales now? If you attach your sense of self to your business success, sense of self to the money that you're making, then what happens? People start sensing that you're there to get something from them, not give something. And the only way you make money is if a human being gives you money. And the only way a human being gives you money, by the way, in a legal way, you can also steal, but that's not the type of videos, that's not the audience that I make these videos for. The only way you make money in a honorable, moral, long-term way is if a human being gives you money. The only way to give you money is if you give them what they want, not what you need, not even what you need to give them. If that's where your sense of self comes from, it's still needy. Because like, oh, I need you to have that problem so that I can solve it, please. You're starting to get it. Now, in order for me to paint a picture, because I promise you guys, I'll show you what the only thing can attach your sense of self to that will make it worth it. What the only thing is, so that you can have your fullest power, fullest resourcefulness, fullest power of influence. I want to give you the example of the most influential, most powerful man in history by the metric of influence. Think about it. Who do you think it is? I'm going to give you 5 seconds. How about Jesus Christ? How about the man that we now, at least in the Western world, at least in the majority of the world, in terms of population, base our calendars on based on his date of birth. How about the man that now the biggest religion in the world, the most followed religion in the world, by definition believes he is literally God himself? How about this man? We use him as an example of what he attached his sense of self to. Did you think he attached his sense of self to, I don't know, money? Or even the amount of people that he served, or who was following him around from village to village? Or did he say, I and the Father are one? I am here to reveal the truth. I'm here to share the good news. I'm here to share. I'm here to give. I'm here to forgive. I'm not here for the righteous. I'm here for the sinners. I'm here. Oh, so powerful. Think about the other most influential men in history. Muhammad, Buddha, the prophets. What were they here for? What was their sense of self attached to? Want me to tell you? Attached to the one and only thing that you have as a man. The one and only thing. Without that, you are nothing in the game of life. Without that, you're nothing in the game of life. Purpose. Your purpose. The level of conviction that you have in your purpose, the level of conviction that you have in your mission is what ends up attracting all of the success you've ever wanted. When I launched Born to Speak, which is the Skool community that I teach public speaking, influence, sales, charisma into for entrepreneurs. When I launched that and made it go from $0 to $20,000 per month, I was alone. It started from nothing. It all started here. And now all of a sudden, I have a team. I have hundreds of guys in the community. YouTube is crushing it. It's like, how the heck did all of that happen? When I ask myself, how did it happen? It came from that fire in my eyes, that obsession in my eyes that it comes to my purpose, when it comes to my purpose. That fire that I have when it comes to my purpose. This is where it came from. When I'm thinking about the relationship that I have right now, which is a gorgeous, the best relationship I've had in my life. And she basically quit her job and went all in to work with me on the purpose. That's how much she believes in it. When I'm thinking about all of that, it's like, what attracted us to each other? It's both of our convictions in our purposes, and end up realizing that they're also aligned. But it comes down to purpose. If I wake up tomorrow and decide that I don't have any purpose anymore, I don't give a fuck about anything, actually my purpose is 180, completely different, then we won't be together. Then Born to Speak won't exist. It's like, literally, the only thing that ultimately matters is your purpose. And what happens, I'm coming back to being needy in sales or dating. What happens when you actually attach your sense of self to your purpose, that's where your identity is. What happens is then people don't feel like you need them individually. Like, sure, if your purpose is related to human beings, then if you're alone on this planet, it wouldn't matter. Sure. But now it's not about one, it's not about two, it's not about 100, it's not about 1,000 people individually. It's about something global. It's about something that is so much bigger than you and I and all individual. Is something that is so much bigger. And that is when business can become part of that purpose. Maybe it's not, and that's fine. Not everyone is meant to be entrepreneurs. But for the entrepreneurs, very often what happens is business becomes a reflection, a branch of their purpose, a tool for their purpose to be revealed. And that's when all of a sudden you get a 60% close rate on your calls in the past 3 months. This is not a lie. Like, genuinely, this is my close rate on high ticket without using any fancy scripts. Because you don't need a script, because you have that conviction in your purpose. And why does your sense of self here matter specifically? It's because we have evolved as human beings. This is the game of life. We're spiritual beings into the game of life, into the human form, no matter what. It's like, sure, you can meditate on top of a mountain your whole life, and yes, you'll find God that way and you'll be with God, and that's beautiful. I choose to play the game of life. I choose to be human. I'm going to die anyways and come back to source one day, so let me be human. So in the game of humans, we evolved through tens of thousands of years, caring about two things only. That's why human beings still exist as a species, looking at it from the biological perspective, the science perspective. It's because we had two goals. We're incentivized for two goals: survival, reproduction. What ended up happening, and this is where our blessing comes from, it's we also are gifted with a level of consciousness. We're gifted with the gift of awareness. This is where our spirit comes in. And that's when our biology and spirit meets. And what happens is, in between, you have the mind, the psychology. And this is, in the current state of human evolution, the most powerful tool in the world: the mind. That's where spirit and biology meet. And what happens is, in that mind, what the mind ended up doing is it just took those same principles of survival and reproduction and simply ended up turning them into now surviving and reproducing your ideas, your sense of self. You guys get it? So when you're having a conversation, you're having a debate, and now you get all defensive, you make things personal, is because you have attached your sense of self to that. The reason breakups sometimes feels like a death, literally you're grieving like death, is because you have attached your sense of self to it. And when the person breaks up, now you lose part of who you are. Business failures, being kicked out of your job. The reason people grieve it so much is because they've attached a sense of self to it. The reason it's so hard to detach from family is because family is something you have attached your sense of self to, literally, because especially with parents, like, you wouldn't exist without them giving you birth. And so it's this very deep form of attachment that we all need to go through, very profoundly detaching from it. This is where, as soon as you attach your sense of self to something, that becomes unconsciously the most important thing in your life. And if you don't do it consciously, if you don't do it by choice, by intention, now you're going to start attaching yourself to things that limit your power, limit your resourcefulness. And these are all the things I mentioned: relationships, money, business success, career. If you attach your sense of self to it, you're going to be needy and you're not going to perform at your best when it comes to influence. And that is when you choose to attach your sense of self to purpose, now fueling, reproducing, protecting your purpose is where your deepest form of power lies. It's what I've noticed by working with hundreds of people, all purpose-driven. Biggest part of our work just came to shifting that story they had in their head, shifting what they chose as most important in their lives, why they were here in the first place. And if you want one last extra mic drop moment, I'm not going to drop my mic here, but if you want one last mic drop moment, let's say you're watching this video because you want to achieve something. There's something you want to achieve in your life. By definition, human beings are not random creatures. Like, we have benefits that we're after. We're benefit-driven creatures. So you have something you want to achieve. And now let's pick money is very easy as an example. Yeah, I want to make 100K per month. Okay, how fast? Okay, I want to make it in 2 years. Cool. Why won't you do it in a year or in 6 months? oh, well, it's just like, oh, I don't have time, I don't have resources, I don't know the right people, I don't have the right skills. And I'm like, okay, cool. Do you love your parents or do you love your kids? Okay. If I was to point a gun to your parents' head and told you you have 6 months to make it happen or they're dead, would you find a way? And now they're like, oh shit. Yeah, I would. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what happened with all the excuses then? All of a sudden, the only thing that matters is how bad do you want it. The only thing that matters is the why. The only thing that matters is the purpose behind it. This is how powerful attaching your sense of self to the purpose is. If you're going to protect, if you're going to attach yourself to something, if you're going to be human, then be human to the maximum and attach your sense of self to your purpose. That's, in my opinion, how we make the most out of the human game. Our God-given purpose is what matters most. And this is what I do in Born to Speak. It's about public speaking, sales, influence, charisma, dating. Yes, that's what it is. Those are the symptoms of what happens when you build that conviction in your sense of purpose. When you start building that conviction in your sense of purpose, now you speak with conviction, just like I've spoken that whole video. There's no script whatsoever here. Huh? Not a single script. This is pure inspiration. This is what I do in the community. I get guys, I put them on the stage, I challenge them. I get them to surrender, to let go on the spot. I make them do some crazy shit. I give them feedback on the spot. I make people role play together. This is what Born to Speak is about. It's about immersion. It's about proximity. It's about faith. It's about courage, facing the fear. And what I do with entrepreneurs is I get them to find that purpose so that they can speak with more conviction, so that then they can convert more. If you already have an audience, you already have an offer, you're already on sales calls, then this will just 2x your conversion rate minimum, which is what I guarantee, by the way, in my programs. But anyways, all of that will be linked in the description. I will see you guys here in a few days on YouTube or in Born to Speak or on a call. Who knows? Love you guys. See you soon.